Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video we're going to take a look at the top 10 buffs for the Open Ultra League. We're going to take a look now at another league as well here with the Ultra League. I will do a video towards the Master League as well still. And also, if you want to see any type of video again that I haven't done yet towards the new season, let me know down below. I will read all the comments. Anything you want to know, let me know down below. There's still a lot of things that I have planned to release on this channel as well, so definitely stay tuned for this. But again, I'm always open for some ideas from you. But also, if you enjoy those type of videos generally, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, we can move right into the top buffs for the Open Ultra League for Season 24. And the first one is going to be Armored Mewtwo, a Pokemon that hasn't been released I think for like 3 years now at this point. If you have one, you're quite lucky, because there's no Pokemon that does the same than Armored Mewtwo, and this is something that I will absolutely showcase on this channel as soon as the Ultra League is going to be back, because Armored Mewtwo is going to get a significant buff with Confusion generating 2 more energy. At least that's what's expected, might be even more, we don't know yet. We have to see when the game releases the data as well. But as we see here, this is for 2 more energy. We're going to have an increase of over 100 in the ranking, making this Pokemon so much more better, like literally so much more better. And Side Strike is going to get reached way faster. We're going to have Dynamic Punch here as well, both of them taking the same amount of energy but also doing the same amount of damage there. Both of them very, very good moves to have in the current meta. And it's just going to be a Pokemon that's going to benefit quite significantly from having the energy boost on Confusion. Confusion already a move that does a lot of damage, and Mewtwo is going to be top tier. Like, Armored Mewtwo is going to be top tier next season. This Pokemon is going to be super, super good. And I hope that we are going to have another opportunity to get this Pokemon, maybe even as a shiny variant, which would be really cool. But generally, I hope that we're going to get this Pokemon back in raids eventually. I'm not too sure if Scopely now can do this. I hope they do this, because I feel like it needs to be released again. Because right now, this is a Pokemon that has been released long ago, before like remote raids or whatever were a thing as well, I think. And yeah, ever since then hasn't been released, and now being a top meta for a league is kind of a bit problematic, I feel like. A bit problematic might be Zygarde as well, a Pokemon that only been released once, but going to be good for for the Ultra League and also the Master League. This Pokemon definitely did not need to get buffed, but did get buffed this season quite significantly. Climbing 27 ranks and 3.8 rating, which is really, really good, and quite a lot, to be fair. Like, climb up from rank 33 to rank 6 in the league is ridiculously strong. Like, this is a huge upgrade. It's like way more difficult to do this compared to, like, I don't know, climbing 100 ranks a little bit further down. Being like number 6 spot here is going to be ridiculous for this Pokemon. This Pokemon going to be super, super good. The thing is here, Dragon Tail got changed, so it's going to do less damage and generates more energy. Here currently P-Poke predicted to be 13 energy. I could see 12 because it might be a little bit too strong with 13. But no matter what it's going to be, Dragon Tail is going to be a move here that is going to, definitely benefit Zygarde, because now you have more access to the charge moves of Earthquake, which was before a move that you needed in order to cover some of your weaknesses. That's the move that's going to be neutral against Fairy-type Pokemon and super effective against Steel-type Pokemon. And Steel-type, of course, going to be a resistance for the Dragon-typing. And now you're going to be able to reach that way, way faster, while still also being able to reach something like Crunch and just, I think, 4 fast moves, which is going to be really cool for it. So yeah, Zygarde going to gain a lot of speed, together with the bulk that it has already, together with the typing that it has already as well. It looks to be one of the strongest Pokemon you could imagine. Dodrio is going to be next. So this Pokemon is going to have access to Peck now, but also Drill Peck got buffed, and also would have access to Trailblaze. Here they go also Drill Peck and Brave Bird, because it's going to be the best in the simulation. If you want to have a little bit more consistency and a bit more type coverage, you can go for Trailblaze on this Pokemon as well. Nonetheless, it was pretty bad before. I actually built one already for the Open Ultra League before this announcement here for the new update. I built it when Steel Wing was way better, because I wanted to use a Space Pick, but next season and afterwards, Steel Wing got nerfed and I was never able to use my Dodrio. Now I can, because now it is going to be one of the best Pokemon to run in this meta. But still, I don't really think it's going to have that much of an impact. I think it's a cool Pokemon to run here. It's going to be basically something like a better Pidgeot, same typing, but just better stats, better moves here as well. But it's not going to be completely busted by any means. This Pokemon is going to be just a very, very strong one. And honestly, I wish that pick would get maybe given to some more of the flying type Pokemon as well. Now, we maybe gonna take a look at this one for the future as well, on like which Pokemon could benefit in the future from the new buffed moves. If this is something that you want to see, let me know down below. And let's take a look here at the next Pokemon. Kommo-o, climbing up a lot as well, and this climb is also again way more significant than what you have, for example, the Dodrio. Dodrio is a cool Pokemon, but at the end of the day it climbed a ton of points, but it's still only at like rank 70. If you climb up into like the top 20, you'll have quite a significant climb there, and we're going to have here one that goes into number 8 spot now and climbs, yeah, nearly 10 extra points with a Dragon Tail getting changed and upper hand being added. Kommo-o is a threat for every league currently. I think for the Master League maybe not so much, but for definitely Ultra League and the Great League, this Pokemon is a must-have. This Pokemon is super, super good. This is a Pokemon that you really, really should build. And again, I'm mostly gonna make more videos as well for like Pokemon that you really should build as well for the Open Great League. I already did one of them. I will do some more of them. But yeah, this is going to be it for Kommo. Like, Kommo is going to be super, super good. Now you have both coverage for the fighting as well as the dragon. You're going to have the nuke move like easier available as well, with a Dragon Tail charging our energy faster. And with upper hand, you have just a great coverage move that can drop the opponent's defense, I think it is. It is crazy. Like, this Pokemon is going to be super, super good, and you will mostly see it everywhere. Of course, has one big weakness in the fairy typing, which is kind of, yeah, something that also cannot beat offensively. So I do think that fairy types are going to be generally way better next season anyway. Empoleon is going to be next. Shadow Empoleon here is going to be a Pokemon that gets access to the move Metal Sound. This is going to allow it to generate energy way faster with a 4 per turn, which means you're going to be able to reach the moves Drill Peck, which got buffed as well, and Hydro Cannon, which never gonna get buffed because it's already absolutely broken, with only 10 turns, which makes this Pokemon great in both Great as well as Ultra League, and makes it a Pokemon that you want to have guaranteed a ginormous climb here as well. Again, if you get into the top 20 after being like a little bit further down below there, it's a ginormous climb, and we see it here as well with Empoleon. This Pokemon is going to be something that you want to have. Another Pokemon here is going to be Lugia. Lugia is going to be gaining quite a bit of ground here. By the way, a Pokemon that I always kind of overlook, but I kind of want to still mention, and I'm going to mention it in a different video eventually as well. Gaslord is one of the best Pokemon to build for next season. Haven't done yet a video towards it. I will do that though. But yeah, this is going to be here Lugia that you really want to have as well. Lugia is going to get up to rank 18, which is kind of wild. And honestly, the stats and what it does actually kind of show that this is deserved. And Dragon Tail plus Fly plus Aeroblast is going to be really, really wild. Again, this is with 13 energy on Dragon Tail. I could see it being only 12 energy as well. I do understand why they went for 13, and makes a lot of sense as well, because before Dragon Tail was a tiny bit better than Dragon Breath. Now they kind of mostly wanted to keep this because you have a higher turn duration, which is generally seen as worse of a fast move. Like 1 turn moves are the best, 5 turn moves are the worst usually. So they kind of have to make up with better stats for a higher turn duration. But yeah, basically this Pokemon is going to be good no matter what. Like, no matter what's going to happen, this Pokemon is going to be great for the Ultra League, which is funny because like, this Pokemon hasn't been seen any success in any league recently, and just one change to the fast move changes so much for it. Crustle is one that got a big buff as well. Gets buffed with a Rock Slide doing more damage, but you actually don't want to run it because this is also a change that I suggested. But giving this Pokemon a Rock Wrecker allows it to do a lot of damage. It's the only other Pokemon other than Rhyperior that learns Rock Wrecker. This is the only Pokemon that does that. So it's kind of cool to see that both of them have this move now available to them, and it's going to be a move that's going to benefit this Pokemon quite a bit. Rock Wrecker is such a hard-hitting move that everything that kind of takes a neutral damage is going to take so much damage from this move itself. As Crustle has a stab on it as well, and it's just going to destroy nearly everything. Any kind of Steel-type Pokemon, though, going to be very difficult for this Pokemon, as those going to be able to resist all of the moves. And so, yeah, it's a bit of a hit-or-miss Pokemon. It's not going to be top meta, but it's going to be a cool Pokemon to run no matter what. Same goes for Jirachi. Jirachi is going to get buffed with Confusion, generating more energy, but also getting access to Aura Sphere, giving you coverage against Pokemon that you really wouldn't be able to hit otherwise, like Steel-type Pokemon, which before you had no chance of hitting, or also Dark-type Pokemon, which are going to be now a little bit more threatened by you, which is going to make this Pokemon so much better now. And Jirachi is a Pokemon that I really want to take a look at and great in Ultra League. This Pokemon is going to be so fantastic. I can't wait for this thing to have Aura Sphere and especially the Confusion buff. Fun fact, Jirachi is actually the first Pokemon that I had in my first Legend team. That was in the preseason. I was running Altaria, Swampert, and Jirachi. Still moved Jirachi with Doom Desire back in the day, and it was on my first team that I ever hit like rank 10 back in the day, nowadays called Legend, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I have a little bit of history with this Pokemon. I kind of really like this one. Kyurem is going to be next, a Pokemon that you mostly wouldn't really expect in this list, but deserves a spot here because the Pokemon goes from rank 174 with Glaciate Dragonclaw to rank 34. Because now you're going to be able to reach Glaciate way faster with Dragon Breath. I think Glaciate is even better than Icy Wind. I think it does take 5 less damage, 5 less energy or something, so you're going to get there very, very fast. So you have a speedy debuffer here, which is kind of cool, and you can just literally spam the Dragon Breath Glaciate, and this is going to make this Pokemon, even though it is generally not used in the Ultra League, actually a very strong Pokemon for this meta. Next Pokemon here is going to be the final one for today. I actually had here included Nidoqueen first, but I deleted it. Nidoqueen is cool as well. I kind of can talk a little bit about it as well, but it only climbs 20 ranks. But Nidoqueen has now Mud Slap, which is kind of nice on it, and you run Stone Edge on Nidoqueen for coverage, which is kind of funny as well. But I kind of want to still kind of highlight a Pokemon that gets a little bit more of a bigger buff here, because it's about the biggest buffs kind of for this meta. And it's going to be Kingdra. Getting access to Swift and also the change to Dragon Breath makes it an interesting Pokemon, as you have now a very, very speedy bait move in Swift, and you're also going to get faster to the Outrage, which is kind of cool. Climbing up over 400 ranks to the top 38 there. It's going to be really, really good. This Pokemon is going to have a lot of play here. I could still see a world where Octazooka is used instead of Swift, because Swift is not going to do a lot of damage for it. But yeah, Octazooka is going to have the option to debuff opponents, which can help out quite a bit, and also giving you the water type coverage. And with this Pokemon ever going to get Weather Ball, which could be the case because it's a Swift Swim user, it would be even more broken, but this is already one of the best Pokemon you can run in the season. Again, there's some other Pokemon that we're going to still take a look at as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I will see you then. Bye bye.